Well, coming up on today's edition of The Play, the Justice Department voices its opinion in the case of an Edmond soldier. And the budget for the next fiscal year is headed to the governor's desk. But first, the Secretary of Defense announces civilian workers with the Department of Defense will be furloughed for 11 days beginning this summer. Now, I'm joined by local editor Rick Green with more on the story and other headlines you will see in Wednesday's Oklahoman. Now, Rick, how many Oklahomans will be affected by the furloughs, and will we see more furloughs in the future?
Potentially 24,000 Oklahomans will be affected at the various military installations in Oklahoma, which of course includes Tinker Air Force Base. And these furloughs will be carried out by pay period, 2 days per pay period through the end of September, where civilian workers will be furloughed. We'll see what happens next fiscal year, but these are 11 furlough days that are going to be covered in order to reduce military spending through means necessary through the sequester.
Edmond soldier First Lieutenant Michael Behenna is taking his case to the U.S. Supreme Court. Behenna was convicted of fatally shooting an al-Qaeda operative in 2009 and is now serving time in a military prison. The family has gone through a number of appeals and is taking the case to the highest court in the land. The Justice Department submitted their argument Tuesday. Now, what are officials saying?
Well, attorneys for First Lieutenant Michael Behenna have submitted a brief to the Supreme Court asking that the High Court take up the case. They say this is an important issue that needs to be adjudicated, figured out, so that people in a war zone, soldiers in a war zone, know how to act and what consequences there can be for their actions. He, of course, was convicted of unpremeditated murder, and his attorneys have been constantly trying to appeal that and free him.
The Senate approved the state budget for the fiscal year 2014, and the measure is now headed to the governor's desk. Now, when can we expect Governor Mary Fallin to sign the legislation?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know when exactly she's going to sign it, but she will sign it. It's a $7.1 billion budget.
Wow.
And she's been supportive of it. It's passed the House. It's now passed the Senate. Although there was some arguing, some back and forth today about it. Some 8 Republicans joined 12 Democrats in opposing the budget. And there were some concerns over a $30 million fund that's been set aside for state buildings. Some concerns that some of that money could be used perhaps for the Indian Cultural Center that's being built. And the Democrats had some concerns as well. But the bottom line is it's passed, it's on to the governor, and this is probably a key portion of any legislative session is approving the budget, and it looks like that's going to be signed within the next couple days probably.
Wow, yeah, so I guess the session is coming to a close.
It is.
All right. Well, all of these headlines and many more can be found on Wednesday's Oklahoman and on newsok.com, so check out the Oklahoman or newsok.com for all of these headlines. And thank you for joining us for The Play, where you can get tomorrow's headlines today. Thanks.